CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
And good morning. It's 10 o'clock. Welcome to the show. Hi, Billy, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You're all dressed up today. You're looking fabulous. Fantastic.
Got some great clients to see today.
Working again, huh?
Well, yeah. You know what? People like talking about money.
Really?
We would all like to have more of it.
I was going to say that, yeah. And apparently, we're not going to have less of it now.
We're going to have less.
If you want to buy a house, we'll talk about it later.
Talk about that later.
Little surprise from our friends in the government.
Exactly.
These are the guys we voted for.
Yes.
I see.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah. Apparently, we're not pulling out of Syria either for the ISIS for the bombing. We're not pulling the planes out either.
Really? So
apparently, we're not getting 30,000 immigrants either. Apparently,
we should play that song. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, our good buddy Fern is with us. Hi, Fern.
Hi there, Tom. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain one little bit.
Well, go ahead. Sure, take 30 seconds.
We wouldn't listen anyway.
Oh,
so
no, we
okay.
will. Go ahead.
Would you listen?
Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
Now, we got you on the road. You're driving around for the next little while. Just checking out the local environment. Where are you today? You were in Fraser Valley last week. You still out there somewhere? Because it's a big place.
Fraser Valley is a big place, yes.
You
know, you got to get to know it well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I have trouble going from South Surrey to Cloverdale.
Well, Cloverdale's the center of the universe, you know.
Thank you for pointing that out. Now I know. So you're comfy, you're cozy, you're prepared. We're going to tell people about the interesting things that are happening in the world of real estate this week.
Absolutely.
And there are things happening.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so that's Fern. She'll be on the show with us. And Bill Macklem, who is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, of course, is here. He's the resident mortgage money guy in the program. You'll talk about the mortgage rate update in a few minutes, right, Bill?
Yes, I will.
All right.
And Bill will also answer the mortgage question of the week in a few minutes.
Later on the show, I'm going to talk about a new surprise. Surprise!
Surprise!
Apparently, we have a larger
We have
down
government.
payment coming our way.
Yeah. Oh, interesting surprises. They always throw us off our schedule, don't they?
Absolutely.
So our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, will share his thoughts on 2015.
Monica Dinabriga, president of Mummy Maids, will be here, and she'll be chatting about a very timely subject, stain removal. The governments are using that right now.
Are they?
Yes.
Why? People stay themselves?
Yeah.
I see.
This is only in the house, though.
Okay. So also we're going to be chatting with Jason Peters. Jason is the Director of Retail Investments and Insurance at Coast Capital Savings. We're going to be talking about some ideas that can help you pay off your Christmas card debt and get back in the black.
Whoa.
That'll be good. So you guys should have a good conversation. Yeah.
Sometimes when I go into the Christmas season, I try to think black, not red, period.
Oh, really?
Yep. So Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up, and if you have a question for Bill, leave it on our website, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and Bill will answer it on next weekend's show.
And Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty is on the show this morning. She's going to talk to us about the latest market conditions out in the Tri-Cities area.
And Andy Matu of Powerhouse Agents at Remax Crest Westside is on the show, and we'll take a look at the Greater Vancouver real estate market.
It's 10:03. You're listening to the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CL 650. And I think we should maybe talk about mortgage rate updates, right, Fern?
I think that's a good idea.
Good idea. Here's Bill Macklem. Billy, what's going on?
Well, rates have moved up a little bit, but nothing too exciting. So our prime is still at 2.7. I'm predicting, just so you know, I'm going to say it first on the show so you'll know that you heard it here first, that we're probably going to see a drop in the Bank Canada prime in the next 3 to 6 months.
Really?
Well, there's a reason why they did this change in the newspaper yesterday in regards to some housing pricing, and this will be the next step to make sure that we keep our economy moving. But right now, the prime is at 2.7, and you can get a variable down to as low as 2.3, which is 0.4 off. But their banks are going to 0.2 off, which gives you 2.5, which really, when you think about it, is still a decent rate. And then your 5-year close are somewhere between the 2.5 and 2.99, depending on what lender you're dealing with and what kind of privileges you want to use.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Yeah. All right, so we got some more interesting things coming up in the program. Like in the next segment, Bill will answer the mortgage question of the week. And later, we're going to chat about money matters with Jason Peters of Coast Capital Savings. Monica Dinabriga, the president of Mummy Maids, is to be on the program. And this morning, we're getting ready for Christmas, and she's going to teach Bill how to get some stains out of his shirts.
Excellent.
And
What about his
never mind.
And you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate, CL 650.
Hi, this is Monica from Mummy Maids. We're here to help you with all your cleaning needs, including move-in, move-outs, packing and unpacking, organizing, laundry and windows, walls, basic cleaning, and custom cleaning. We do it all. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit us at mummymaids.com.
Good morning, it's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. I've got Mike Farkas at the other end of the phone line all the way from North Vancouver Nissan. Mike, Christmas is here and you've got something special for everyone.
All our accessories for your Nissan are at 15% off until December 24th.
It's that simple. Just make a phone call, go to the website, drop by, see Mike, and make your appointment. It's that simple, right?
It is.
Well, I'll talk to you next week, and I hope you and everybody over at Vancouver Nissan have yourself just a Merry Christmas.
We will.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CI 650. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Billy. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
And by the way, thank you for your Christmas card. Your company sent one over the other day. It was quite nice. And
we all signed it, too.
Did you really?
Yes.
Well, see, I haven't opened it because that's my big present, so I'm going to wait till, like, Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Then I'm going to open I'm starting a new tradition.
In the WAC, I'm going to buy you anything for Christmas.
I have no idea what they're doing in the WAC.
I sent them a list.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But, Bill's a little slow
Maybe they're
gun on
checking
that
it twice.
You think they are? I don't know.
It might be doing that.
Well, Fern, next week is something brand new for you. We're going to ask you to please be here for our annual Radio Real Estate Christmas party.
Oh,
man.
With bells on.
With bells on, yeah. Put on your funny Christmas outfit, Bill puts on the sweater. Looks really good. And Bill, as you know...
antlers.
You can wear antlers if you like, and Bill is in charge of eggnog. And this year, I think you're going to go really outdo yourself, right?
We're going big.
I'm looking forward to that. So,
going big.
Really big?
Yeah, well, I bought pretty much all the eggnog in the lower mainland.
Okay, I know that you got eggs. How about the nog? You got the nog?
Got the nog.
I thought so, yes.
You got that.
So
Does that make a shortage?
Yes, it does.
The price is going up as we speak.
So, Fern, we got a question for Bill. He's got the sweater on while we were chatting there. He looks a lot like Perry Como this week. And who wants to know what?
There we go. This week's question comes from Jenny Garland of Vancouver. And Jenny would like to know if a person's credit rating has much to do with securing a mortgage.
Well, thanks, Fern. That's a good question, Jenny. That's a question that most people don't ask. So, a credit rating. A credit rating is actually a reflection of how you as a consumer handles debt that's not secured, such as a Visa card, a MasterCard, a Hudson Bay card, a Canadian Tire card. You go to use their stuff. They're not going to come back and take away the dinner that you had last night at the restaurant or the clothes you bought at the Bay. They're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. What they're doing is they're rating you on how you handle unsecured debt. And if you handle unsecured debt, then the banks and lenders will then look at you and say, we're prepared to give you the money for your car loan, your mortgage, whatever large thing that you're going to be buying, any large item that you're going to be purchasing, we'll lend it to you because we know from your credit score that you are handling your credit appropriately and you're not a credit seeker. Credit seeker is also someone that goes to banks or other credit unions or other credit facilities and looks for money elsewhere. So therefore, that causes other problems. So therefore, you get dinged for that. The other thing you might get dinged on is that's interesting. Ding dong. is that I think no, that's a Christmas party next week. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What'll happen is that if you use your credit card and you're at your limit and you use this credit card and it goes over limit, yes, your credit people will give you the money to do whatever you're buying, but it will take significant things off your credit score. So that's what happens with your credit bureau.
Now, Fern, if somebody would like to get some more information from Bill, how can they do that?
And for expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y. Mac.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
That would be Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. You betcha. It's 10:10. It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and I think we have some more things happening, Fern, don't we? For example,
we do.
Yes, we do.
We've got...
Yes, we do.
We do. We've got Andrea Jock coming to talk to us from the Tri-Cities.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, everyone.
Now, I know you've been busy selling houses to all these clients of yours. I need to ask you, have you had an opportunity to go by the Salvation Army yet and pick up your Christmas sweater for a sweater party this year?
Oh, I haven't. But you know what? I've got a couple sweaters at home. I'm sure I could find one that's semi-ugly.
Or ask Dad for one of his.
Oh, I could definitely do that. He has a couple ugly ones, for
Just
sure.
a couple of weeks away, Andrea. So what's going on in the Tri-Cities? I know houses are selling left, right, and center.
It's been another busy week in the Tri-Cities. Today I'm featuring a fantastic new listing, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square foot townhome located at number 492336 Ranger Lane. The spacious open concept floor plan offers a large gourmet kitchen, beautiful white cabinetry, top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances, and a large center granite island, perfect for entertaining. The spa-like master ensuite features a deluxe master bathroom and views overlooking the mountain. Take advantage of the fantastic recreation center that feels like you're in a high-end resort and spa with an outdoor pool, hot tub, and barbecue area. On the market for $478,800. Come by and check out the open house today and tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. Enjoy the comfort and joy with heart music at the Evergreen Cultural Center tomorrow at 3 p.m. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
And don't forget your funky sweater, because in a couple of weeks it's our annual Radio Real Estate Christmas party, and you are coming, right?
I'm looking very forward to it.
So in the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jock at 604-783-3124 or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com. pinnaclegrouprem.com, and the phone number again is 604-783-3124.
Thank you, Fern. Now, coming up, we're going to be talking about some money and ways to maybe have a little more in the pocketbook. That might be kind of nice.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, we'll be talking with a very special gentleman. His name is Jason Peters. He's the Director of Retail Investments and Insurance at Coast Capital Savings.
I'm looking forward to that. You know, it's really interesting hearing all of the different opinions of different people. And this is for Northcott of REMAX Performance with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on CEL 650.
Hi, this is Preston from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. The Christmas holidays are almost here, and Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations can get your home ready for the season. We offer the best products and the best services at the best prices. Call for your estimate, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information online at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Hi, this is Stuart Goodman, the General Sales Manager at North Vancouver Nissan, part of the Dilawri Automotive Group. Come and visit us in the North Shore Auto Mall and see the all-new 2016 Nissan Maxima and new Murano. Visit North Vancouver Nissan, home of the new purchase experience, in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca. That's in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca.
Your life's too busy to be doing the things that you don't want to do. Hi, it's Monica at Mummy Maids. We'll free up your time by taking care of all your cleaning needs. We have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or one-time special occasion plans available, including move-in and move-outs. Commercial and residential cleaning performed by bonded, insured, WCB-covered, uniform cleaning experts. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959 or visit mummymaids.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott from REMAX Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Well, now let me check in with Bill Macklem. When you got to the station, was it wet this morning?
It was wet.
Is it going to stay that way?
It's going to be wet.
For how long?
Probably until Christmas. But
Are you serious? Oh, gee whiz.
Certainly today, certainly tomorrow. Monday's going to have a little bit of sun.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's going to be as high as of 7 on Monday.
Wow, and right now it is 5 degrees in the showers at Sea Isle 650.
Sea Isle 650. Driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
Love that tune, I'm driving home for Christmas. What are you doing?
I'm adjusting.
Oh, I see. I thought you were doing your tie-up in the mirror because you want to look snazzy when you come to the front door. Mom sees you.
I do. I do.
You always look snazzy.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, well,
Appreciate
it's
that.
the Christmas season.
It's a full-time job.
It is? Well, it's Christmas time and people are out there buying gifts. They're spending all sorts of money. Christmas time is here. Some of us may end up not looking too financially well at the end of Christmas, and then we're going to need some help, right?
May not be able to buy that house you thought you had purchased before Christmas.
May not even be able to buy a box of Kleenex.
That's right.
So we're going to see how bad things can be. It's Christmas time, but we don't want you to be in the poorhouse. We want you to enjoy Christmas and be, have your bank account on the positive side when January comes around.
Got to be smart.
Got to be smart. Now, we're gonna
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's talk to a gentleman who knows more about money than me, because I don't know too much more about money. His name is Jason. He's on the phone with us right now. Jason Peters, good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
Hey, welcome to the program.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for doing this. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you ready for Christmas yet?
I am, thanks in large part to my wonderful wife. So, on the whole, you bet we're ready and we're excited.
Those wonderful wives come in handy, don't they?
So have you bought the wife's present yet?
Yeah, good question. Bill wants to know if you've bought your wife the present yet. You better say yes because you're on the air.
I have bought her several, and she deserves each one. You bet.
Attaboy. Well, there are a lot of
Good
people.
answer.
Yeah, there are lots of people out there, Fern and Bill and myself included, that sometimes go a little overboard in Christmas. And what are we going to do about that? What's the lay of the land looking like when people are spending money at Christmas time and getting into debt?
Well, and just to be clear, I don't want to say bah humbug and let's not enjoy the holidays and buy presents, but the reality here is that Canadians are in more debt than ever before, and some of it might be all the excitement that comes with Christmas time, and for others it's just the reality of big mortgage payments and other consumer debt and loans and that whole package that we carry month to month, and Canadians now average about 1.65 $1.65 in debt for every $1 of disposable income, and that's an all-time high. So now as we approach Christmas and we get out in the holiday spirit and we hit the shopping malls, it's only going to add to that.
So you're saying that I shouldn't grab all my credit cards together and just pile them all up and say, okay, so how much can I spend this week?
Probably not a great plan unless we've got the means of repaying it and repaying it quickly so that we don't have to pay unnecessary interest.
I was just going to use one card to use that to pay the other card off. I thought I could do that.
There's probably a better way.
There is a better way.
Well, there's a way. I was talking to Jason the other day on the telephone. I told him about a buddy that used to actually work here at the radio station, and he had a bad way of spending money, too much money. So what he would do, he would take his credit card, put it in a block of ice, put it in the freezer. When he got the urge to buy something, he'd take it out of the freezer. When it melted, then he would go and see about making the purchase. But of course, when it melted, he'd lost interest in the purchase, so he saved himself some money. And Jason, you thought that was
a good idea.
Not a bad idea?
No.
No. Do you have any suggestions, Jason, how I could stay with some money in my pocket this Christmas season?
Well, I think part of it comes down to watching out for what I call emotional spending, and that's when we get out into the mall, and retailers are so savvy at drawing us into their stores and the way they display things. The block of ice, Tom, I think is a great analogy, and we could, I guess, more practically speaking, when we do see something in the store and we're really excited about buying it, is maybe go home, cool off, and come back the next day or a couple days later, and if it's still of that much interest, then maybe we buy it then, and then it's not quite as on the spot and spontaneous.
That's a good point. So think about that purchase maybe before you make it.
Correct.
Now, sometimes it seems just impossible to pay down debt. How can we do that? How can we manage to pay down our debt?
Well, there's two schools of thought here, and they both start in the same place, which is sitting down and coming up with a household budget and getting on the same page with our spouse or partner as to exactly where our money's going. And the point of that exercise is to try to free up a bit of cash. Maybe it's one less coffee here, one less dinner out, that sort of thing. And once we've identified a bit more money than we thought we had, school of thought number one says, well, let's take that little bit of extra monthly surplus and let's apply it on the debt that has the highest overall balance. Might be our mortgage. The second school of thought, though, says, hold on, time out. Don't look at balances. Look at interest rates, because if we have a credit card or a loan or a line of credit that's carrying a higher interest rate, the balance might be smaller, but there's actually greater interest rate savings in applying any surplus money to that, because we're now attacking the debt with a higher interest rate.
So, Jason, would you say if you have, let's say you had a mortgage and you had a line of credit, and one of them has had a higher interest rate, and you came into some money, would you obviously pay down the one with a higher interest rate first to get rid of that?
Mathematically speaking, Tom, you're correct. That would be the correct way to go. The psychology here, though, is that more people, and studies support this, would actually divert that extra money to paying down the one with the lower balance, even if it carried a lower rate. And why do people do that? Because they feel more in control. We feel that if we apply extra money to that smaller debt, we can make it go away, disappear altogether first. In other words, putting a little bit of extra money on our mortgage, well, gosh, that's just a drop in the bucket. What difference does that make?
Now, I'm reading some of the common myths about repaying debt, and one of the myths that we talked a lot about, because I'm a mortgage broker, is the myth about not worth paying a penalty to get out of a mortgage term, and you should wait till the end of your term to get out of it.
Yes, that is a myth, and the very word itself, penalty, sounds like something that I don't want any part of that. I don't want to pay it. It makes no sense. I'm being ripped off, or that's just a cost that I can avoid. When sometimes the calculations would say, actually, it's not such a bad thing to do. If we can escape from a mortgage that's carrying a higher rate now and get into a new mortgage that carries a lower rate, well, there's going to be interest rate savings. And if those interest rate savings are greater than the penalty to do that, then that might not be such a bad idea.
You know, I think they should come up with...
It accumulates over a long period of time. It's a good thing to go.
And I think they should come up with a new terminology, because if you say, like, interest rates and what is the rate, then I kind of, like you said, I get kind of nervous. It's sort of like going to the doctor. He says, well, come on in, we'll do the exam now. Do you have to use the word exam? Why don't you just let's come in and chat and talk and help me out with my finances here? Yeah.
That's right. Maybe the better word there is let's get to know each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, you've been doing this for a while. Yeah, Jason, you've been doing this for a while, haven't you?
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. I'm a mortgage owner myself, so I can speak from a place of credibility here. I know what it's like to make monthly payments and balance that with everything else that costs money in life, too. So it's an exciting part of the business, and there's lots of opportunity to help Canadians with these debt decisions.
I'd just like to ask you this question, Jason, seeing as you deal in mortgages as well as like Bill Macklem. We always say, in our parents' generation, their big thing was to pay down the mortgage. Pay down the mortgage. My old man used to say, pay down the mortgage, pay down the mortgage. And Bill says, maybe not. You might want to take the equity, the money you have in your house, and use it for something else, right? But do you agree?
I would. And, just by its nature, a mortgage will pay itself off over time. That's part of having a mortgage payment. It's all designed that one day there's no more mortgage. Whereas something like a line of credit that might have interest-only payments through your financial institution, if somebody just makes that minimum interest-only payment, they'll never actually attack the principal. The mortgage principal will get attacked, and it's on track to take care of itself. Other debts, maybe not so much.
Yeah, good point. So if you're just paying off the interest, you're never going to pay that darn thing off, are you?
That's right.
No, sir.
No chance. Yeah.
Well, it's 23 minutes after 10 o'clock. You've been a big help to us. Now, I want to ask you a few personal questions. You said you're ready for Christmas. You have an executive assistant that helps you do that.
Yes.
Does she want to come
Can we hire her?
Can we hire your wife?
That would be her decision, but I'm going to guess that she would graciously say that she's not available.
Oh, you're working her too hard, Jason. Come on.
Probably
Jason,
yes.
Listen, that's some great information you passed all this morning. If somebody would like to call you at the office and maybe have a chat with you about mortgages and money and about debt and borrowing and that sort of thing, is there a number they can get a hold of you?
Yes, we have 50 branches throughout the Lower Mainland. Our best number would be to call Coast Capital Savings at 604-517-7000. Lots of people ready to help.
And I imagine you have a wonderful website with all sorts of information on there, too.
We do. Check that out as well.
Fantastic. Well, you have a wonderful Christmas. Say hi to your family, and thank you for doing this with us this morning.
Hey, my pleasure, Todd. Merry Christmas to you and to all your listeners.
And to you as well. And if you're doing nothing in the brand new year, come and visit us again, would you?
I'd love to.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, great guy, huh?
Okay.
Peters, yeah.
What if he'd been around as long as Surrey Metro? I wonder if he remembers those days.
My God, that was a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
When I first got here, we dealt with Surrey Metro.
Just a long time ago. So Christmas is, it's in a few weeks. Next week, of course, it's the annual Radio Real Estate Christmas Party.
It's going fast.
It has gone fast. Fern, I got to warn you ahead of time, Bill is in charge of the eggnog for the party.
Mm-hmm.
So
test the waters first, in other words.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Could you do some baking? Would you mind doing some baking, too, during the week for the party? Maybe some cookies or something?
Who, me?
Yeah, could you?
I am not Doris Domestic.
Oh, that's right, too. So it's 25 minutes
That's what works for me.
What's coming up in the next segment of the program there, Finster?
In our next segment, we will be joined by Monica DeNobrega, president of Mommy Maids. And this morning, Monica talks about getting those holiday stains out of your carpets, clothing, and rugs.
Oh, Bill, you've been over again, have you?
Yes, she knows who I am.
Keep off the rug. Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Fern Northcott of RE/MAX Performance Realty. Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show. I've got Mike Farkas at the other end of the phone line all the way from North Vancouver Nissan. Mike, Christmas is here, and you've got something special for everyone.
All our accessories for your Nissan are at 15% off until December 24th.
It's that simple. Just make a phone call, go to the website, drop by, see Mike, and make your appointment. It's that simple, right?
It is.
Well, I'll talk to you next week, and I hope you and everybody over at Vancouver Nissan have yourself just a Merry Christmas.
We will.
Hi, it's Preston here from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. When you're ready to paint, call Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. We do it all. The filling, the sanding, the taping. Hey, we even clean up after ourselves. Discover what Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations can do for your home and office. Call for your estimate, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We have found that most consumers automatically sign their mortgage renewal statements. Most banks have a higher than 90% renewal rate, so there's no incentive to give the best rates on renewal. Most people will not change lenders due to the hassle factor. Let us do the shopping for you. Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages today.
CIL 650.
Happy holiday. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Billy.
Merry
Christmas again. At least you're reminding people that it's next Saturday is the big day.
Absolutely.
Wow. Can you give us any ideas about the eggnog this year? I'm really looking forward to it.
We're using a little touch of cinnamon.
Really?
Yes.
That's
all I
Don't
can
go
tell
too
you.
heavy on the cinnamon there, Bill.
No, it's just going to be a light touch.
Just a whisper.
Maybe not even that much. Maybe just a sprinkle.
And if I can twist Fern's arm into doing a little baking.
Apparently, she's going to bake some Christmas cake.
Really?
Yes.
So between real estate deals this week, Fern, if you're not busy, I know you're busy when you're doing real estate, but when you're not busy, if you could just maybe wake up a little Christmas cake would be nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I do that well from the mix.
That's okay. Who's going to
You
know?
don't care.
Who's going to know?
It's a lot better than sitting in the box at home.
Never mind. 27 after 10 o'clock. It's time for the cleaning tip of the week. Bill, I want you to pay close attention. Monica DeNobrega is here. She is the founder and the president of Mommy Maids. And Bill, this is for you. Good morning, Monica.
Nothing can dampen party spirits like red wine on carpet or white clothing. If red wine gets on your carpet, sprinkle the spill heavily with table salt and cover with a damp white cloth. Later, once guests have left for the evening, press the stain with dry white cloth until they come up clean. If the stain is stubborn, use carpet cleaner to remove it after following the other steps. If you get red wine on your tablecloth, cover the stain with artificial sweetener and let it sit. Within 24 hours, rinse the tablecloth in cold water after brushing off the sweetener. If the material is cotton, a cotton blend, or permanent press, tackle the stain with distilled white vinegar and wash as usual. On clothing, blot with a clean white towel, dampen with club soda. A wine removal product called Wine Away, available at most liquor or wine stores, also works wonders with wine stains on clothing. Get rid of condiment or beverage stains caused by tomato paste condiments such as pasta sauce, ketchup, or barbecue sauce. Dab the affected area with dishwashing liquid, then rinse with distilled white vinegar. Mustard, coffee, and tea stains can easily be tackled with white vinegar and a cold water rinse. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a stain-free New Year. This is Monica DeNobrega for Radio Real Estate.
I tell you what.
I just love people that can carry a tune. So let
I'm
Mommy
hoping
Maids clean your
Fern, I was
carpet
just going
with
to say before you roll, I'm hoping that she can get the stain out of my rug.
Oh, well.
The one I wear.
Soda, all that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So call Monica at 533-4959, 604-533-4959, or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
It's 30 minutes after 10:30 Saturday morning. It's the Radio Real Estate Show on CIL 650. Smooth and easy. Bill Macklem has something very special to talk about in the next segment of the program, right, Billy?
We are going to be talking about change in lending rules.
Oh, my God.
Come out of left field.
Sometimes change is good. Sometimes it's not so good. Give us a clue. What good change and bad change?
It seems inappropriate.
I see. Well, we're also going to hear about the Greater Vancouver real estate market with Andy Mattu. He's with the Powerhouse Agents over at Crest Remax Realty Westside.
And this is for Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house radio real estate show on CL 650.
Introducing Mommy Maids, a business created out of the lack of employment opportunities for single moms with flexible working hours. From residential to commercial, you can trust their insured and bonded cleaning professionals with any task. Let them clean your castle with no hassle. Go to mummymaids.com or call 604-533-4959.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Mommy Maids come rescue me.
Hi, it's Preston here from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. When you're ready to paint, call Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. We do it all. The filling, the sanding, the taping. Hey, we even clean up after ourselves. Discover what Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations can do for your home and office. Call for your estimate, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Hi, this is Stuart Goodman, the General Sales Manager at North Vancouver Nissan, part of the Dilawri Automotive Group. Come and visit us in the North Shore Auto Mall and see the all-new 2016 Nissan Maxima and new Murano. Visit North Vancouver Nissan, home of the new purchase experience, in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca. That's in the North Shore Auto Mall or online at northvancouvernissan.ca.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We all need specific types of mortgage financing. You may have bought your next home and not sold your current place. We have financing for that. You may not be able to prove your income for the mortgage you require. We have a lender for that. Call us, Dominion Macklem Mortgages today, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Well, why not? The weekend's here. It's going to be cloudy and wet all weekend long. In fact, Bill, it's going to be cloudy and wet lots longer than the weekend, right?
Oh, I tell you. Well, we got periods of rain tomorrow in the morning, and then cloudy with 6% chance of more showers. And then on Monday, we got, a little bit of sun, and then looks like more rain.
And we got rain right now with 5 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650. Merry Christmas.
And next week's the big day. It's our annual Christmas party. I want to track down if it's the 3rd or the 4th, but I'm looking forward to it. And, Bill, I've been working on this. I haven't told you or Fern about this, but I've been working behind the scenes diligently, trying to get a very special guest who shall remain nameless. But I'll give you a clue. It's a male, big fellow, very tall fellow, weighs a fair bit, hasn't shaved for a while, and likes the color red.
Really?
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Yes, we're
Oh,
gonna.
I can't wait.
We're having
I love
Fern's.
surprises.
We're having Fern's uncle on the show.
Excellent.
And so we're gonna talk to our contacts up at the North Pole.
North Pole.
So if anybody has any grandchildren, maybe listen to the program, or any kids, or
I
big people,
might have some letters from a couple of grandkids.
or they might be just call in and talk to them.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be
So it'll
good.
be next week. Yeah, it'll be the Christmas party.
That's next week.
Yeah, next week, next Saturday.
already?
Because the week after is Christmas.
No.
Yes, sir. Today's the 12th. You can go figure.
What
it out.
happened? This a month.
No, it's right, Fern. Today's the 12th.
Holy
Yep,
Dinah.
13 more sleeps.
Yeah, exactly.
Gee, buddy.
Oh well,
Get that credit card out.
No, that's not a good idea.
No, can't do that.
Why don't you listen to the phone?
Debit card.
That's
Debit
right.
card.
Hey, let's look at the Lower Mainland real estate scene right now, where there's lots of interesting things going on. Andy Mattu, the Powerhouse Agents over at Remax Crest Realty Westside, is with us. He's on the line. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. How are you doing today?
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Do I look like Santa Claus? Well, I'm working on it. And come to think of it, you don't look much like Santa Claus either, but what I can do is I can pick you up after the show today and take you to one of the malls, and you and I can go and sit in Santa's lap. What do you think?
There you go, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. So speaking of fun, in the real estate world, it's still moving along. Houses are still selling if you had inventory to sell, right?
If you had inventory, it would be great. It's just, it's a seller's market out there right now. Things are still moving, even in December. If you're thinking of waiting till spring, I would say don't wait. Just let's see what happens now.
Well, we always say if somebody comes out to look at a home at Christmas time or New Year's time, they're probably pretty serious.
Exactly. They're always serious around this time because they know they don't want to compete with other people.
Now, if you live in the greater Vancouver area and you're thinking about maybe making that move, you want to find out what your house is worth, you might want to call the Powerhouse agents, Don and Andy, and they'll take good care of you. What have you got for us today? Do you have a little example of what's for sale?
There's a recent sale here actually yesterday in west side of Vancouver that sold for $1.9 million. It was a character home. It was just good to see that the sales of those type of homes are still selling, right?
Call your realtor, find out what the house is worth, then decide whether you should put it on the market.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, you have a wonderful week. Have you got my Christmas list yet? You have a good week, Andy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care. This is Andy Batu for Radio Real Estate.
So put the power of the Powerhouse agents to work for you. Call Dawn or Andy at 604-307-3000. That's 604-307-3000, or visit powerhouseagents.ca. That's powerhouseagents.ca.
Thank you, Fern. It's 10:36 on the program. Another reminder, in case you're just joining us this morning, our annual Christmas party is on the air next Saturday morning.
Saturday,
yeah.
Saturday's a good day for a party.
Boy.
Good, yeah, a day for a party, yeah.
I'm going to rest up all week.
Fern, are you rested up all week too?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I am.
I seem to be very busy all week this week.
Well, you got into the real estate industry.
I'm going to be busy next week, so I'm going to rest up this week.
And you know what? If there's somebody who's going to buy or maybe look at a home over the holiday season, I think they're going to be pretty serious, don't you?
Yeah, they are. You know that this time of year is when people start coasting in towards Christmas. Of course, the malls and all that kind of stuff is very, very busy. But once people settle back, now that they have the access to MLS.ca, that people do a lot of searching online first. And let's just make shopping for a house part of your Christmas season.
Now, Fern, let me ask you. Let's suppose you put your house on the market over the Christmas and New Year's season. Is it a wise idea to decorate your home, or should you not decorate your home? What would you suggest?
Well, that a lot of people like to be within the season, too, and I know when I'm showing homes, they always look nicer, brighter with decorations up. It just sort of creates all of the spirit and keeps people in happy moods. So, to me, if you're going to put your house on the market, don't totally let it interfere with your lifestyle. Sure, put up those Christmas lights and silver balls and tinsel and all that kind of stuff, and just enjoy.
You know what? And if you have a realtor who's as good as Fern is at her job, she'll probably bake you some cookies, and then you can have the smell of baking going on in the house, too.
Christmas cake.
Christmas cake, yeah.
You know what you do? You put vanilla or cinnamon on the burner of your stove and turn it on before people come.
Okay, so what's the stove look like?
What does the stove look like? I don't know.
Burnt.
It's burnt?
Do you know, when I was selling, I had a big house years ago that I was putting on the market. We were really, really in a tough market then. So what I would do, I went to our local freezer department in the store and bought all kinds of loaves of bread and set my oven on a timer, put this loaf of bread in the oven, and it would come on about half an hour before the people were going to come and see the house, and it smelt wonderful.
I thought you were
Mind you, I had about a dozen really hard loaves of bread that were finished, and I had to kind of throw them out or give them to the birds.
It's an empty calories. Don't be giving bread to the birds. It's a bad thing.
Why did the bread closer to dead?
What's that?
Well, hey, they weren't edible.
Where do you guys come up with all these expressions? I just love these things.
It's called age.
Yeah, listen, over the Christmas holidays, Fern, if somebody would like to get a hold of you, like they're thinking about maybe buying or selling, or they want to do some investments, how can they get a hold of you?
You can reach me at 604-790-9066. That's text or cell, 604-790-9066. Or my email is fern@smart.com. That's fern with an E at smart with 2 T's.com.
And Bill, is it a good idea with the market being as it is now to go out and get pre-approved for mortgage ahead of time?
Absolutely.
Still?
The rates moving and changing and dipsing and doodling. You might as well get something booked now. It's good for up to 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And if rates go up, then you're safe. And if rates go down, well, then we just get reproved.
So is that what's known as a rate hold then?
That's what's called a rate hold.
So
credit unions are 3 months, banks are 4 months.
Yeah, that's getting a jump on the market. If you have a rate hold and a pre-authorization from a lender like Bill, then you got to jump on the market with other people.
I see. There's an interesting thing to do. So I'll come and see Bill. I'll get pre-approved.
Exactly.
Then I'll phone Fern.
Exactly.
Say a bit on the internet. I found this nice little castle somewhere. Get mommy maids to come over and clean it. Fern will give me the keys.
Don't forget, Finn's going to come in and do a little maintenance on it.
So maybe we'll just have the Radio Real Estate show from the new house. What do you
That's
think?
what I'm thinking.
Can you make it, Fern?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'll
good.
do my best.
I thought you should say after her bath.
No. Too much information.
Never mind. 10:39.
Too much information, Tom.
It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time now to find out what's on Bill's mind as if we don't know this morning. The government's been at it again. Things are changing.
Oh, I tell you. So, as of February, I believe it was the 15th, we're going to see that anybody that buys a house that's over $500,000 and under $1 million is going to have to put an additional 5% down. So if you bought a $500,000 house, you can put 5% down, which is $25,000. Right. If you buy a $600,000 house, you put down the 5% of the first 500 and 10% of the
remainder.
So that would be 25 and 6 would be $31,000.
It kind of makes me wish I had paid attention in grade 5 math class.
Well, as much as I don't really like this, I mean, I was talking with Jared Dreyer, who's the president of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association, and this kind of caught everybody off guard because they talk to the government on a weekly basis, and we had lunch yesterday, and he was saying that it wasn't on the radar at all, and then all of a sudden, Friday morning, they announced it.
Why do you think they would do something like that? Why wouldn't they tell the mortgage brokers up ahead of time?
I don't know why they would. I mean, like you think about the mortgage industry, and people don't realize that the only reason why mortgage brokers are in business is because the banks out of Toronto want to have another conduit of business coming to them, and so they thought having mortgage brokers, which they pay a commission to, would be another source of business for them. And so there's no reason why they don't want to have us continue on because we're a legitimate source of business to the financial institutions, whether it's a bank or whether it's a credit union. So why wouldn't you involve the people that do, like, for example, Dominion Lending Centers does something like $11 billion in mortgages annually. Why wouldn't you talk to people that do some significant business or talk to the banks? And they don't talk to the banks either. All of a sudden they come up with this. Now, on the other side of the coin, if I look back at the way we've done business, I've been a broker since 87. Up until about 90, I think it was about 94, 96, the 5% came through. But up until that point in time, you had to put down 10%. So I can see where they're going, and this is useful. This is a useful tool to put 10% down. But why? I don't understand why they would focus on that particular level of people, because in a lot of cities, Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto as well, the price of homes for people are actually above $500,000. And so you're forcing that group of people to now come up with more money.
So, Fern, you had a comment or a question for Bill?
Well, yeah, I do, Bill. That's kind of interesting. If they're going to have to come up with that extra money. What do you think the government is trying to do? Because, of course, we are totally impacted being in Vancouver and the Fraser Valley between 500,000 and $1 million. But do you think they're trying to slow down the market, or what's really going on there? I mean, it seems like an oxymoron to me.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I mean, I was just looking at the newspaper, and they're telling us that 1/4 of all the Vancouver homes listed on MLS are within $500,000 to $1 million. So you've got that over in I think it's Burnaby I was looking at. Burnaby's got 21% of their homes on the MLS are in that range. So you're kind of penalizing people that are buying their first homes. I don't know whether the bureaucrats are not getting out on the street and realizing that home prices have actually moved. I mean, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you could buy a house for $50,000, and now it's $500,000. And the only difference is another zero. So you're kind of looking this kind of thing, and you're saying, like, why would they do that? I mean, I understand the 10% down. That makes some sense.
I'm sorry, Fern?
It doesn't make any sense at all to me. That just to target that price range between 500 and $1 million. I mean, yes, that's the average price range that we have, and you're right with first-time buyers. So they're being penalized and have to come up with even more money and stay at home with mom and dad to save that money.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to do 10% down, then why would you just do 10% down right across the board? Maybe this is the first step to get that. Because if you go any higher than $1 million home, you have to put 20% down, and that's been around for over a year and a half now. So we already know that one. So if you're going to buy a home from 0 to $1 million, then that's 10% down, and $1 million up is 20% down. I mean, I guess that makes some sense.
Well, Fern mentioned the bank of mom and dad for first-time buyers. Do you think the business for mom and dad's bank is going to flourish in the next few years?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get they're saying here, if you get a pre-approval by February 15th, you should be able to hang on to that for 4 months and go through with it. So up until that point in time, you can get away with your 5% down. After that, you're looking at 5 and 10, the mixture.
Fern, I'm just wondering, can we get your mom and dad?
I'm interested too, Bill. Do you figure that this was decided before a change of government, or has this come in since our new regime?
This has come in since.
Really?
Yep. The conservatives were talking to our Mortgage Broker Association, but they were saying it wasn't on the radar. And then when the Liberals came into power, they were talking to the same ministers, and they said not on our radar. And all of a sudden they just announced it. Kind of caught us off guard.
So this is the first lie.
Is that kind of like the PST? Huh?
Yeah,
I know. I mean, I guess the other thing is that this would be better than decreasing the prime rate or increasing interest rates, which would cause other problems in the economy. So maybe this is one way of kind of controlling the housing market. But as we all both know, I have probably 250 clients that have been pre-approved for a mortgage and they can't find a house.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of houses out there.
But,
I'm sure
it's not going to make any difference, really. Now it just means they're farther behind in qualifying. Granted, they've got their 4 months locked in, which is absolutely well done for you, Bill. But, what about those people that decide today that they want to buy in that price range? They've got to come up with that extra money, so they're actually being penalized. This is not an advantage to first-time buyers looking at that price range.
And what do we do about those people that have the money, but there's nothing for them to buy?
Well, yeah, that's a real issue right now, a real issue. And, usually the market is determined by demand and supply, and that kind of keeps things balanced. And, of course, we're off balance right now because we don't have a lot of supply. But with the government dabbling their little fingers into the real estate market, what is the long-term effect for the consumer? That's what I look at.
Now, I know that you and Bill both work with a lot of senior citizens out there, and I was speaking with one realtor a couple of weeks ago, and he said he has no problem in selling a senior's home, but where do you put them? Where do you put them after?
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, you go whatever market that you sell on, you have to rebuy, unless you're going into that 6 foot under.
Or maybe a nursing home. You could go.
Well, that's true, but you look at the nursing homes. What is it? The average price range to live in a nursing home right now is a cheap one's $4,000 a month, and they go up to $8,000 a month. Who, as a senior, has that kind of money, even if they're selling their home?
No. Last name would be Trump.
No, that's not true.
Notice how there was quiet when I said the name Trump?
Absolutely.
Apparently, there's going to be a big building downtown with his name on it, or maybe not.
Oh, it'll be there.
Oh, it'll be there.
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 Eventually, it will always be there.
I was doing the morning show for the last couple of weeks, and I made a comment. I said, you don't have to agree with what the man is saying, but what happened to freedom of speech?
Yeah,
exactly.
Isn't that the truth?
Exactly. But you can't just yell. You can't yell fire though in a crowded theater because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you can't say bomb on an airplane.
You can't what? No. So if people are thinking about getting into the real estate market over the Christmas and New Year's holidays, it may be a good idea. Bill, any suggestions for somebody looking for a first-time mortgage?
I probably would say, get in to see your mortgage broker or your bank. You might have a tough time with your bankers because the holiday season is upon us, and people have different hours than they would normally have during the normal working year. But certainly contact your mortgage broker and get in and get a pre-approval and make sure that you understand. I saw clients just this past week. And I suggested to them, I said, I'm on commission. This is what I do for a living. You're going to have to wait anywhere from 12 to 18 months because you need to get your income up to stream. Your wife has to be working for a minimum of 6 months at a real job, not just an hourly job, and with no guaranteed hours, no permanent status. So you make sure that people understand what they've got to do. You actually make sure the credit bureau looks really well. You pull up the credit bureau, you look at it, you make sure there's no problems on it. If there's some little bit of tweaking that needs to be done, you show them what to do on their credit bureau to maintain or improve their credit rating.
So your job then in your career goes a lot further than just saying yes, approved, not approved, yes, approved, not approved. There you go. You can talk to people. You figure out what they want to do.
Absolutely. The problem we normally have is that people come in, let's say Fern's referred us a client and she's already got an offer and we get it looked after. The only question those people are normally asking on their first mortgage or their first purchase is it approved? When do I move in? And so you don't get an opportunity to kind of give them any kind of background information, to show them what they should be looking at next time around. So when they come to the next time, when firm sends them back to us again and we do another mortgage with them on their next purchase, or they come to us because they're just renewing their mortgage, they start asking questions. But sometimes it takes as many as 3 mortgages before they start asking the real questions of what they should be looking at and what they should be doing. And it's an ongoing process. So that's why I like being a mortgage broker as opposed to a banker, is that I'm there all the time. No one's going to offer me a job. So this is it for me. So I'm there all the time. So people call me on a regular basis, say, I just need someone to chat with to look at my financing. Whereas with lenders, one of the problems that lenders got, if they're really good, they get promoted. And if they're not so good, you're kind of stuck with them for quite a while.
All right, so we get pre-approved for that mortgage.
And then we send them back out to Fern.
Excuse me. I'll say, so Bill, so then we come to see you, we get pre-approved for the mortgage. Now I call someone like Fern.
Yes.
And Fern, what would you suggest that we do before we call the realtor? Should we go to the internet and look things up, or what would you suggest a buyer would do before they call the real estate agent?
Well, a lot of buyers will be, the young people are really techie savvy, and I really enjoy that because by the time they come to myself, that they know lots of terms and conditions. But when people come to me, whether they've been on the internet or not, I always like them to be with a broker like Bill so that when they come back to me, I have a pre-authorization in my hand. So if I'm going in a multiple offer situation with 4 or 5 other realtors, that I've got that pre-approval in my hand, and it gives me an edge because, it's always subject to appraisal or subject to mortgage approval anyway. But if they've already been pre-approved by Bill, then we're away to the races, and I have that edge.
Do you ever have people come into your offices, Bill or Fern, and say, I'm interested in buying a place, I need a mortgage, I want to buy it with a friend?
Yes, I do.
That still happens?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for somebody like that?
Don't
do it. You sound like my dad.
Well, what I find when I'm working with buyers, too, that a lot of times they'll come in and they want a pre-approval on a mortgage. And if they don't qualify or they are a little bit shy, then they will want to bring somebody else in. Usually, if it's the bank of mom and dad, then that's okay. But you're right. When it comes to a friend, that's one of the quickest ways. Well, there's 2 ways that I've discovered you can destroy a really good friendship. 1 is lend them money. 2 is travel with them.
Or 3, or 3, get married to them.
Well, you know what, Tom? A lot of times you can marry somebody and you never really know them. But as soon as you lend them money or travel with them, you know them immediately.
You know what? I can lend somebody. I don't have to marry them to find out. I just lend you some money, and we'll find out what kind of person you are. Like, I know that you and Bill and Dwayne are good people.
Well, especially Dwayne.
Well, especially Dwayne.
Oh, thanks.
Dwayne, yeah.
Dwayne, we need a loan. Can we see you after the show?
You got it, buddy.
Oh, boy. Now, Fern, if somebody wants to get a hold of you in the next couple of weeks to talk about maybe real estate, how can they do that?
So they can get in touch with me at 604-790-9066. Text or cell 604-790-9066. But to get in touch with Bill for expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com. Or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Bill, I'm just curious. Have you been down to the Hudson Bay about the makeup department recently to the MAC counter?
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, MAC. You could go in there and you could say, my name is Bill Macklem.
I will go down and see them.
They'll give you some
You
eye stuff.
might have to wear some makeup.
Well, I tell people now, they say, how do you spell your last name? I said, you ever hear the band Macklemore?
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, I'm Macklemore without the or.
It's 10:52. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. The next segment of the program, we're going to be hearing from a Radio Real Estate home handyman, our guru of the wrench. His name is Finn Jensen. And this morning, Finn will be taking a little peek at the year 2015.
Wow. Well, this is Bill Macklem, Dominion Macklem Mortgages, with co-host Ferd Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, with the maestro, Tom Lucas, and our producer, Dwayne Bishop. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
Hey, it's Preston from Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations. At Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations, we're more than just painting. As you can guess from our name, we do renovations too. Kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, offices, whatever your renovation needs are, Humphrey Pro Painting and Renovations is here for you. Call for your estimate now, 604-897-6049. That's 604-897-6049. Or get more information at humphreypropainting.com. That's humphreypropainting.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me. Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
CL 650. Your home for Christmas.
Yeah, some people are home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. I'm going nowhere.
You going nowhere?
I have no friends.
I'm nowhere, man.
Nobody invites me out anymore.
Really?
No.
I thought Kathy had. I'm sure Kath said you.
No, not even your wife doesn't want me hanging around this year.
Oh, that was that other Tom.
It was Easter. I hung around your place, and she said, "Are you leaving?" And then I said to Fern, "Maybe I should come and hang out with you." And there was no response there. Fern, what's the matter? Come on.
She's
hey,
quiet.
well, what can I say? It's dead air. You know what, Tom? To be a friend, you got to have one. To have a friend, you got to be one.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I could be your friend.
What does she mean by that?
I could also be your worst enemy, too. It's 10:54, Radio Real Estate, and we're inviting everybody to our annual Christmas party next week, right, Billy?
Absolutely. I'm amazed at the number of people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis that listen to us on a regular basis. I mean, yes, it's a great show, and we really enjoy doing it, and you put a lot of stuff into it, so obviously this is a well-thought-out program. But I'm amazed at the number of people. I get comments from people on a regular basis. I heard you last weekend, or I heard you the weekend before. Or, it's just nice to know that you're having an impact.
I can't believe I get people all the time that say, I can't believe what Fern said. They say to me, I said, well, there's no controlling what Fern's going to say. No one ever knows what Fern's going to say. But Fern, it'll be the first time for you next week. Wear something really funky and Christmassy. I know you dressed up for Halloween. Do you have anything with antlers on it? Do you have anything with antlers? Yeah, antlers.
Well, I have some antlers.
Could you bring those? That'd be a nice touch. See, when she wears the antlers, I can say she's a horny little thing, but I wouldn't say that on the radio. It's 10:50.
You can't say that on the radio.
Never mind. Time now for our home handyman. He's got some thoughts about the year that just went by. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to Fern and Bill. Try as they may, the winds will not push Christmas along any faster. It will happen as prescribed by the calendar, regardless of rain or snow. The coastal climate tries to set the pace, but our citizenry has other ideas. We forge forward in 4x4s, SUVs, and mass transit. We swerve around broken branches, pools of water the size of small ponds, and evade just about anything that can be temporarily airborne. That's how we handle things, focused on the results as we drove along this past year and pushed forward our best interest in the name of progress. As we review this year with a water shortage, as the city dealt with tourists and conventions in a summer heat that every palm could enjoy, the government deliberated on energy, power production, and the climate, and we found time to elect a new prime minister. Not a bad year for our hardworking people who also made time for families and all the immediate demands of housing and 1,000 provisions. We do all this because there's no other place like our home. This is St. Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
This winter, let Finn take care of your plumbing and heating needs. For fast, reliable, and dependable service, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Finn just said we've elected a new prime minister. Did we just have an election?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Somewhat frequently, because I saw a selfie with him and some new Canadians.
Really?
Yes. He was giving them jackets that he bought.
That we bought?
Well, he said, here's some jackets. I'm giving you some jackets.
I think it's because he speaks French. It sounds like we and we are two different words. Right, Fern?
Oh, mais oui.
Yeah, mais oui.
I think so, too.
That's different in French. Well, no, you have to wait till we get off the air to do that. And
it's all when it comes to we, it's always we are buying all of this stuff for everybody else, too.
You know what? We had you just reminded me of this stupid thing, but I remember back in high school, we had a teacher. You'd say, "Sir, can I please be excused?" And this guy would say to us, "Take your time going, but hurry back." Do you get the joke? Bill's looking quite perplexed right now. And I don't even know what the word perplexed means.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So, Fern, before we go today...
in the dictionary.
Yeah, he has to have a dictionary. Before we go today and before we get ready for the big party next week, if somebody is thinking about putting their house on the market, they're thinking it's over Christmas time, shouldn't I? I guess they should call you first. What advice over the radio could you give them?
Over Christmas, a lot of people feel a little bit of downtime over Christmas because they're busy with their family and friends and stuff like that. But, that over Christmas, if somebody wants to see your house, then they are really, really serious. Mm-hmm. And because if they have to take up their own time and somebody else's time, then yes, let them in, but make sure it's by appointment and make sure that there's a specific time and don't let it interfere with your lifestyle. But if you do know your realtor calls you and wants a showing over Christmas, then the buyers are serious because most good realtors anyway, they have qualified the other realtor and their buyers, that a lot of people just don't look at it as a whim over that period of time.
And don't forget, a touch of cinnamon would be a nice little treat.
Mm-hmm. Baking bread, cinnamon, apple pie, anything like that.
Make your house smell like home.
It does.
What a great idea. Thank you for now, Bill. If somebody,
So what do you got at your place that does give that
I'll tell you
smell?
off the air, okay?
Oh, okay.
Never ask me that question on the air. I've told you guys that.
All right.
Okay. So now somebody's thinking about getting some money for a mortgage. Can they go around Christmas, New Year's time?
Absolutely. We're open the entire time except for the stat holidays. Full complement of people looking to help people.
Did you change the name of your business to Scrooge Mortgages? Bah humbug.
I give them Christmas afternoon off.
I know you do. Billy, what's your address and how do people get a hold of you? And what's the phone number? What's the website?
Well, we have 3 offices. I don't know why I've told you that.
No, you haven't.
We have the head office is on 24th Avenue at 108 to 15388. Sorry,
On South
24th
Surrey,
Avenue.
24th. Yeah.
And then we have another sub office in Aldergrove at the Remax office in Aldergrove on Highway 10. Or I guess that's Fraser Highway. Sorry, Fraser Highway.
Fraser Highway. Yeah.
And then we have another office in Tawasin at the Remax office in Tawasin, right there in town.
See, because I called you last week, and the woman who answered the phone says, "I'm sorry, Bill's in the Tawasin office." I said, "Come on, you guys, you don't have a Tawasin office."
Yeah, got offices everywhere.
In the middle of our street.
So you really-
And I have a new saying for Bill and I.
Yeah?
Bill and I make house calls.
You do. You're like Bill. I think
Yeah.
you're the last two. They're Fern, she makes a real estate house call, and Bill will make a mortgage house call.
Absolutely.
You got-
Everybody I see face to face.
I got an idea for both of you because it is going into 2016, and you keep telling us we have to conserve. We have to conserve. Maybe the two of you should make a team and go together to see clients. What do you think?
We could.
You work on
I
that for
think
the
it's a
day?
great idea, one-stop shopping.
I like it. Okay, so next week is the big Christmas party. Bill's going to be here. Fern, please come to the Christmas party. It won't be a party without you. She's laughing now.
Oh, you're so kind,
And
Tom.
I remember
You're so kind.
you came Halloween all decorated up as a little devil, so I don't know what you're going to do for Christmas, but I'm looking forward to it next week, okay? You have a great week, Fernster.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. You too, Bill.
And I'll see you at the party, Bill. You have a good week.
Stay
Dwayne,
busy.
Thank you so much. And to our photographer here who used to take pictures of the Rolling Stones, thank you for being here, Ellen. And join us at the party.
He's our entourage.
He is. He is the whole entourage, an entourage of one. Would you like to come to the Christmas party too? You don't have to work. You can just hang out with Fern. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back on the radio at, oh my God, noon today. So I'll talk to you then. I got to go. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's Tom all the time.